Yo.
Welcome to Lobster Magnet's review, the channel, the review. I'm here with my good buddy gorogregoro. We are here to talk about episode 9 of My Hero Academia, season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So, Greg, what did you think of the big fight between Bakugo and Ochika?
Um,
I thought you would be gaga over this episode. It was like a much more signature fight than, the ones we got in the last episode.
I think the actual fight was a little bit. It felt a little bit flat for me because, like, for one, it didn't feel like the explosions really were doing a lot, like, throughout the course of the fight. It just felt like she was kind of enduring the explosions like they were punches, sort of, but it didn't feel like actual explosions. It felt like
That's like such a stupid comment to make. That's like the One Piece explosions in One Piece don't feel like real explosions. This is fucking anime superhero world.
like her the thing about what's her name again?
Uh,
Ochaga.
Ochika, I think.
Ochika. The thing about Ochika's powers is like yes, once she touches him, like he'll like probably instantly lose. But if like the thing is to actually get close to him, she's like still at a huge disadvantage. And
Well, yeah, that's why he was like. But look,
Bakugo is like still, saying that um they were like so evenly matched when he was just like still like he could just like explode things in her face. Like she doesn't have
well,
super strength or anything, right? To endure explosions.
the whole point of that fight was so much that like this is like a big character arc for Bakugo, like start of his change, where he's really vile and he's like fuck you, die scumhole, but the biggest moments for Bakugo, for the Mr. Super Explosive guy, is when he's being quiet. And the fact that he says, like, what was weak about her? The whole point is that, because he saw that one hit would be enough to take him out, and the fact that he took her seriously as an opponent was the reason why he was using so much explosions, because he saw her as such a threat that he wanted to keep her, her off balance and keep his guard up.
I didn't sense any like super desperation from Bakugo during that fight.
It
He's
was
kind
just
of
supposed to
like
be, like,
reacting.
it was just supposed to be like, well, the whole idea is like you're supposed to think, oh my god, he's just this cruel guy who's just beating up on this poor cute girl, and the whole idea is like, no, this is a battle between two people that are seeing themselves, and he's just taking her seriously. He believes in egalitarian rights because he's not looking down on her as a girl, but he sees her, and that is the way Bakuga shows respect
I
by
mean,
not like saying
I can
die.
I can understand like telling that kind of story, and I'm all for telling that kind of story, but it just didn't feel earned. It didn't feel earned throughout this
Think of her
fight.
like big, oh,
She
I've got meteors.
I could appreciate her determination and her tenacity during the fight, but I felt like Bakugo still had the clear advantage over her, and with his power, he should have been like, what defense does she have against those kinds of explosions?
Not really, just tenacity and willpower and wit and trying to like use her, clothing to like obscure his vision and trying to be clever.
Which it was kind of a neat like Naruto kind of esque thing to do, like to make your clothing float,
Like
like
out of all the
substitution
fights,
jutsu. But
out of all the fights we've seen, this is probably the most Chunin exam, like in terms of like fight choreography and execution.
yeah, it just feel like
I thought they did a very good job of the episode. Like I mean, on some levels, I could sort of agree. This is sort of like sub Chunin exam material, and basically their main motivation is the best. But it was so well produced and well executed that the emotion of her pushing her beyond her limit and then going unconscious. Because it seems like it's such an easy win for Bakugo. Showed something about Ochika's determination and
you know
her ability to like go beyond, go plus ultra, and the fact that she could like inventively think and come up with like a strategy that was feels on par with something Deku would come up with.
Yeah, I mean, I like the strategy and all. I just the whole thing that bothered me about the fight was like, I guess Bakugo's kind of it didn't feel quite right for him to consider Ochaka as an equal in terms of this fight, because it was he had the clear advantage in terms of quirks. It was it just didn't feel like it was earned kind of respect from his part.
Well, at this point, he, Bakuga is not very good at expressing emotions. He only is two things: he's really angry and simmering anger.
Mm.
So him like saying like what was frail about her is like a huge character thing for him,
Mm.
just because of the fact that it's his way of showing respect.
Uh,
Contemplative Bakuga and respectful Bakuga is a Bakuga who doesn't talk and just acknowledges something. So, by his limited terms of just being the worst guy in the world, him not being, the worst is like a big pivotal character moment for him,
I could
which
see
you sort of see more on later.
if he showed a little bit more visible like struggle during the fight. He was just standing in one place throughout the
Yeah,
whole
I guess
time.
you could give it that. But like, he seemed very desperate. Maybe he should have got hit by a stone or two or something, as
Yeah,
opposed to being able to blast it away.
exactly. I think
There was one little part where he looked like tired out after he did that big explosion. He was like, "Oh, I'm kind of worn out," but it didn't really seem like that was taking too much of a toll from him.
I feel like I really like the moments after the fight. When Ochaga is talking to her dad on the phone. That was kind of a heartwarming moment where she you could actually feel her sadness that uh, she uh, she didn't make it through the next round.
Yeah,
And
that was well done. Good performance, good music in terms of like it's funny. It's like such petty small shit, but it does do a good job of dramatizing it and
uh,
making it feel like the weight of the world is on the fact that
uh,
she couldn't make it all the way to
and all just to support her parents, right? In terms of
yeah.
finances, to be a hero, to make money and support them. That's like her main goal. So you can really empathize with her when she's talking to the person that she wants to help and protect, when they're encouraging her and say, it's okay, you can wait another year.
Yeah. It's like I want it now. This is all about being the best and being number one. And I don't want to be a hero. I want to be the greatest hero ever of all
the,
time.
the
And it's something that any formerly young person can empathize with on
uh,
some level.
she pushed it to her maximum limit, just and her parents are just like, it's okay, you can wait next year, it's fine. you
Well,
we can still survive, we can still make it. We'll just eat, like, we'll just make a few cuts here and there, and
it's well,
we'll stop getting rice, and we'll try and eat dirt for a
well,
little bit.
doing terribly. They just she wants to give them an easy life. She wants them to to help them out.
Yeah,
It's not the most like pressing storyline, but it's a sort of mundane storyline that feels approachable, and she just wants to be a famous hero. She wants to be get those endorsement deals.
yeah. I don't know, I get the impression that her family is not that well off or something, or they work too hard or something, and
Well, they just said that they used to do construction, but they're not getting as much work. So she wants to make sure that they're financially secure.
right, exactly. Um, but yeah, that was probably my favorite moment of the episode, of this episode actually, like the aftermath, and you know I guess we're jumping right into Deku versus Shoto. Is that his name?
Yeah. This is the main event. Shoto and Deku.
It feels a little bit rushed, but I mean, the actual fight, the actual fight of this episode, between Explosion Guy, Floaty Girl, just didn't really. It fell a little flat for me.
I'm so surprised. Like, I mean, I still like feel like it wasn't quite as inventive as like what you'd see in the tuning exams back in the day. But I definitely think it was one of the stronger ones in the series. It was definitely better than Mind Control Fight or like the minor 1 second fights that we saw.
Okay, but I guess it just felt a little bit. It felt a little bit overhyped. I guess the previous episode I liked the hype for it. Um, but yeah.
They
What
kept,
else did I
you
want
know,
to say about it though? I just wanted to say, crap,
what
crap,
are
I
your thoughts, man?
forgot.
Is it about Endeavor? Is it about the upcoming fight with Midora versus Shoto? Uh, is it about everyone booing Bakugo and telling her stop beating up on the cute girl?
Mm, hmm. I don't. I don't remember. I just completely blanked out. Sorry. I was trying to make a point and I completely blanked out.
So what is your point? Was it about like Bakugo not looking like he was like strained enough in the fight?
I mean, yeah, I already talked about that, but I think it was about something else that I was gonna talk about.
I can't get your memory for you, Greg.
I know. I know. It's like
I don't have a quirk
so
that could
someone took the
do that.
memory quirk, or
Yeah,
like
we were
it was
putting kind of half.
pudding from One Piece. Took
Yeah, use
fucking
your memory for
goddamn. What was I gonna think? What was I gonna say? Yeah, it felt a little bit forced, this fight, like in terms
I
of
didn't feel forced.
emotional heights and stuff. Like, I guess the characters don't feel as didn't feel as built up for me, and
What do you need to be built up? It's just like this incredible underdog fight, and it's kind of tragic where the underdog doesn't win, but you're supposed to be happy that the underdog did her best.
yeah, okay, that, yes, I can understand that.
It's supposed to have a tinge of tragedy that her best wasn't good enough, but everyone's still appreciative that she did awesome, and she earned Bokugo's respect.
Hmm.
She, that's the thing. She, little cute girl earned the respect of super mean explody pants.
Maybe it's because the fight lasted too long. Maybe that's why I feel like this. If the fight was just like kind of short, and I wonder. Oh yeah, I was gonna make the point. I wonder if this is better represented in the manga than in the
Wow,
anime.
really? I think the manga did a really good job. The animated did a really good job of adapting it. I mean, in the manga, like a really short. It's like one chapter fight.
I feel like this could have been animated very short as well. I feel like it might have dragged on a little bit actually in
Ah,
terms of a fight.
I thought it was well paced. I thought that, they had enough beats and it was well animated. The explosions looked great. It was a well directed fight scene in terms of Ochaco pushing herself as well as the big turn where it's like, oh, she was developing this meteor storm and she's gonna like do the super clever thing where it's like she's gonna like force him to either dodge the meteors or be forced to
I just was also would like some idea of like how she's like experiencing each explosion. Like
do
how is
the
her body
stupidest
reacting?
fucking thing to get. Oh my god, Greg!
Could
I'm
she
gonna
like
like
be shielding herself with like her arm and then like make a comment of like, oh, my arm can't take this anymore. You know, I can only take
ridiculous.
two or three shots more.
Anime
I
explosions,
wanted
and
like
we all
some
know
little
anime
comments like
explosions
saying like
have
how
no
did she
fucking.
dodge it?
Oh my
How did
god!
she how the
I
explosion
need to know
impact her
how
body?
Luffy got hit by the cannonball. I need to know how Luffy feels with the explosion of the cannonball. I need to go back to the Shambadi Archipelago and know how that guy feels for getting his head exploded. Even though his head should be decapitated, he just had like a fucking grayed out hair like a Looney Tunes character. It was like a Looney Tunes explosion.
Bakugo should have just took a little bit of damage. He should have been a little bit more strained. He shouldn't have been standing like throughout the whole
Would it have been
fight.
happier if like Bakugo's head was like, I've only got 4 explosions left before I'm out of stamina.
No, nothing like that.
And then like he says something like, "Oh, good thing she fell out because I was all out of explody juice, and she would have won this fight if she was."
I don't
Would
think
that
Bakugo. I don't think Bakugo needed to say anything. I just think he needed to grunt a little bit more. But like when maybe he got hit by one of those meteors, like he got like they're like bastard.
you wanted to see him suffer a little bit more because like
Yeah, maybe like yell at his opponent, like "Stop dodging
well,
my attacks" or
well,
something like
that
that.
was the point. That like he wasn't yelling at her to scream or die. He was just completely focused on combat. And quiet Bakugo is growing Bakugo. That's Bakugo who is like becoming a better hero and a better person versus the Bakugo who's like Bakugo's not good with his feelings. He only has one emotion. It's just being angry and yelling. So when you see quiet Bakugo, that's a new dimension to the character we've not seen yet.
I don't know. It's just when he's quiet, like it's hard to gauge like the struggle he's going through. Like even like there's characters that will struggle and they can still talk and still yell, and you can sort of empathize with them a little bit more. Even I think even Bakugo can be empathizable if he's yelling at people and stuff during the fight. He's like, "Bastard, why won't you come close?" And maybe towards the end of the fight he could have been like more quiet and more thoughtful, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think you do now. I think you're like, I think they did a good job of like a decently choreographed fight. Like none of the fights in this like tournament arc, like to me, were as amazing as the stuff that happened in the Chunin exams. But still think they exude the My Hero Academia charm. And this one was like, overloaded with that charm. And it was like, very well choreographed and very efficient and got the point across that to respect Ochaco, even though understanding the fact that she had a terrible disadvantage, that she was fighting a fight that she couldn't win. I mean, obviously, this isn't as good as like the Rock Lee fight, where Rock Lee fights Gara and loses.
Well, of course not. But
Not by a mile. But it has a similar sort of beat in terms of like it's an underdog fight where we know who the most powerful person is, but Rock Lee got Gara to try and become dangerous, and Ochika got Bokugo to try
mm-hmm.
and not just be like shitty pants.
Yeah.
Which is compared to what we've seen so far. Bokugo is the ultimate shitty pants.
I don't know if I necessarily agree yet. Maybe I need some more time to think about it. But I just I mean, this is my opinion about it. I have to give this episode probably a 6.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. You like you gave the fucking psychic guy episode a higher score than that, and that was like lame material. That was bad material. I think this was at least a 9. This was a 9 episode. It was very well executed. It's the kind of thing that's like going to make Ochika like a mini feminist icon, even though she gets a few things later on, but not as prominent as like some other characters. but it's like her big strong moment of integrity and grit and tenacity and shonen, perseverance moment. And it was a decent fight in the manga, and they did a great job animating it. They took okay material and they elevated it, just like good old Soul Eater, which is I always thought was a mediocre manga, was like turned into like some of those episodes are 10 out of 10 just because Bone did such an amazing job animating it, which they also are doing this one as well.
Well, all right. I guess we'll agree to disagree at this point. I already said my opinion about it,
Well, who
and
knows? Maybe we'll get some fans in the comments to like say why they think you're completely wrong and off base.
maybe. Yeah. Uh, I think I
But
need to get something to eat though soon.
didn't you already just fucking eat?
No, I didn't.
No, I thought you like went away to eat, and then we started like doing these reviews.
We watched the episodes, and then we started recording. How did
Oh,
I eat in between that?
I don't know. I thought there was a second when I was watching videos, and I thought you went to go get eat. I guess you forgot to eat. Um, but so it was I definitely think it was like a 9.0 episode, and that was a really good material. They went beyond and plus ultra, made it really emotional for stuff that material that on its surface isn't that important. They managed to make oh I lost feel like the most dramatic and cathartic thing in the world as she's talking to her family and still keeping up Medora and saying I'll support you, even though obviously a sports festival isn't like the end all be all of herodom.
Yeah. Well, I don't necessarily agree. I think the fight itself fell a little bit flat. I like the some of the beats after the fight where she's talking to her parents, and yeah, but
All
yeah,
right.
that's it.
Well, we have an explosive disagreement.
Yes.
I'm
We have
sorry,
explosive,
explosions
just
weren't
like the
getting
fight
more
between Bakugo
flesh.
and Floaty Girl.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I guess I'm the floaty girl to your Bakugo, or you're the Bakugo to my floaty girl.
Something like that.
All
But
right. Well, you should go get some food. Go get Plus Ultra. You like the scene with Endeavor?
yeah, that was an okay scene. Um,
I recognize your power. Ooh, does he know about One for All? Will he be able to succeed his legacy? And then he says, I'm my own person. Blah blah blah. Never's obviously not a villain, but he's kind of has a villainous intent. Still
hmm,
love his design, the luchador flame beard. I don't
yeah.
know why he's not like a Hispanic character, but I just want him to have an Hispanic accent. I just he just gives me like these like sexy Antonio Banderas vibes.
Uh, I think it's probably the flames, I guess. Or it's the mustache. It's like the twirled
Yeah,
up flame
yeah,
mustache.
yeah. The twirled up mustache really, really does it. It's a good mustache,
Well,
little flame mustache. All right. So like, comment, subscribe to the video. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll get around to doing some more reviews, and eventually I'll do like a bigger critical analysis at some point. And yeah, thanks for watching this video.
thanks for watching.
Have a good one.